Hey, Ollie, Arlo, and Frank. Grandpop coming to you from, I don't know how to pronounce it, Oscar Shearer, or Oscar Scherer, or Oscar Scherer State Park. It's just outside of Venice, Florida. Today we're going to be picking up in chapter 26 of Genesis. We're in the Net Bible Reader's Edition. Very, very good scholarship. Very important to use a good translation of the Bible. The thing I like best about this, besides just the fact that the scholarship is spot on, is that it's understandable in current English. You're not reading the same English that Shakespeare was. Today, in chapter 26, we're going to see that the fruit doesn't fall too far from the tree. As we said in Miami, the coconut doesn't fall far from the palm, but we're not that far past the Garden of Eden, so we'll say the fruit doesn't fall that far from the tree. There was a famine in the land, so what do you think Isaac's going to do? Subsequent to the earlier famine that occurred in the days of Abraham, Isaac went to Abimelech, and that means father king, of the Philistines at Gerar. The Lord appeared to Isaac and said, "Do not go down to Egypt. Settle down in the land that I will point out to you. Stay in this land. Then I will be with you and will bless you, for I will give all these lands to you and to your descendants, and I will fulfill the solemn promise I made to your father Abraham. I will multiply your descendants so they will be as numerous as the stars in the sky, and I will give them all these lands. All the nations of the earth will pronounce blessings on one another using the name of your descendants. All this will come to pass because Abraham obeyed me and kept my charge, my commandments, my statutes, and my laws." So Isaac settled in Gerar. So we saw before that Abraham was certainly not perfect, but he did enough. He obeyed God in the more important things, his commandments and statutes. When the men of that place asked him about his wife, he replied, "She is my sister." So Daddy must have told him this little trick. Yeah, whenever you go someplace, if your wife's hot, tell everybody she's your sister. It really worked out well for me. He was afraid to say, "She is my wife," for he thought to himself, "The men of this place will kill me to get Rebekah because she is very beautiful." After Isaac had been there a long time, Abimelech, king of the Philistines, happened to look out a window and observed Isaac caressing his wife Rebekah. So Abimelech summoned Isaac and said, "She is really your wife. Why did you say she is my sister?" Isaac replied, "Because I thought someone might kill me to get her." Then Abimelech exclaimed, "What in the world have you done to us? One of the men might easily have had sexual relations with your wife, and you would have brought guilt on us." So Abimelech commanded all the people, "Whoever touches this man or his wife will surely be put to death." When Isaac planted in that land, he reaped in the same year 100 times what he had sown, because the Lord blessed him. The man became wealthy. His influence continued to grow until he became very prominent. He had so many sheep and cattle, and such a great household of servants, that the Philistines became jealous of him. So the Philistines took dirt and filled up all the wells that his father's servants had dug back in the days of his father Abraham. So this is something that we've seen before. We don't like you, we're going to plug up your wells, because they're out in the desert. Now, you find water, that's the same as finding gold here. Then Abimelech said to Isaac, "Leave us and go elsewhere, for you have become much more powerful than we are." So Isaac left there and settled in the Gerar Valley. Isaac reopened the wells that had been dug back in the days of his father Abraham, for the Philistines had stopped them up after Abraham died. Isaac gave these wells the same names his father had given them. When Isaac's servants dug in the valley and discovered a well with fresh flowing water there, the herdsmen of Gerar quarreled with Isaac's herdsmen, saying, "The water belongs to us." So Isaac named the well Esek, because they argued about it with him. And that's what Esek means. It means argument. His servants dug another well, but they quarreled over it too. So Isaac named it Sitnah. And it means to oppose or be an adversary to. Then he moved away from there and dug another well. They did not quarrel over it. So Isaac named it Rehoboth, saying, "For now the Lord has made room for us, and we will prosper in the land." And that's what Rehoboth means, make room. There's a town in Delaware called Rehoboth and Rehoboth Beach. So it's make room beach. From there, Isaac went up to Beersheba. And Beersheba means well of the oath, or well of the seven. So they don't know which one it is. Sheba could mean oath, or it could mean the number 7. The Lord appeared to him that night. This is after he got to Beersheba. Said, "I am the God of your father Abraham. Do not be afraid, for I am with you. I will bless you and multiply your descendants for the sake of my servant Abraham." Then Isaac built an altar there and worshiped the Lord. He pitched his tent there, and his servants dug a well. He's really a well digger. He can dig it. Somebody said, "Hey, Isaac, can you dig it?" He said, "More than you'll ever know." Now Abimelech had come to him from Gerar, along with Ahuzah, his friend, and Phicol, the commander of his army. And Isaac asked them, "Why have you come to me? You hate me and sent me away from you." And they replied, "We could plainly see that the Lord is with you." So they know who the Lord is. "So we decided there should be a pact between us and you. Allow us to make a treaty with you, so that you will not do us any harm, just as we have not harmed you, but have always treated you well before sending you away in peace. Now you are blessed by the Lord." And then that's not really true, because the people were messing with the wells and kind of stealing the wells. Like Isaac could dig a well, and then they'd go, "Oh, that's ours." So Isaac held a feast for them, and they celebrated. Early in the morning, the men made a treaty with each other. Isaac sent them off. They separated on good terms. That day, Isaac's servants came and told him about the well they had dug. "We've found water," they reported. So they named it Sheba. And the name of the city has been Beersheba to this day. And Sheba is just a variation of Sheba. When Esau was 40 years old, he married Judith, the daughter of Beeri, the Hittite, as well as Basemath, the daughter of Elon, the Hittite. So he's marrying the local women. Esau's not doing what his brother Isaac did, marrying somebody from his homeland. He's marrying the people that live there, and they're supposed to be getting rid of the people that live in this area eventually. The Canaanites. they caused Isaac and Rebekah great anxiety. So it says they caused. It's either the two women, Basemath and Judith, or the two women in Esau caused Isaac and Rebekah great anxiety. Interesting word they used, anxiety. They were anxious. They were worried about what was going to happen because he married these women. Anyway, peace out from the woods.